Hi YouTube. I filmed the video earlier today because I received a much wanted item, and I mentioned that I was thinking about doing a collection video if I could get my wits about me. So I decided to do that. We are on day one of shutdown of my school, so I'm feeling really stressed out and overwhelmed in how I'm going to be navigating through that. And part of me wanted to go online and sort of obsess about that a little more, but I just thought that doing this video kind of would relieve some stress and just be something silly and stupid to do in the midst of such chaos and I guess just the feeling of not being in control. So I decided to just do something fluffy, because if you were like me today when I wasn't working from home, I too was just scrolling through YouTube and Facebook and Instagram for stupid, silly things to take my mind off of stuff. So if you find this video in this time, enjoy. So I decided to do an updated video of my Louis Vuitton collection, because the last video I've done that showed my handbags was August 2017, and a lot of things have changed since then. I've bought and sold a lot, not only of my Louis Vuitton stuff, but of a lot of my handbags, and maybe at some point I'll do an updated video for my regular handbags. But for tonight, I'm going to do my updated video of the collection I have right now. So I actually looked through that video really briefly just to see what I had in August 2017, and I've sold quite a few pieces that were in that video, so I'm going to list them and give a brief overview as to why I sold them. I know when I hear that a YouTuber sold something that I'm interested in, I'm like, why? Maybe I shouldn't buy it if they didn't like it. So the first thing that was on my list was my Speedy 25 in Damier Azur. Pretty much, I just don't like hand carry. I think if I had gotten a bandoulier, I'd probably still have it, but I didn't, and I really wanted another bag that I'll show you later in the video, so I sold that one. A lot of the things I've sold were pretty much because I wanted to finance something else. The next thing that I sold that was featured on my videos was my Jeunnefille. I have a video that has quite a few views on it from when I restored this bag. I really loved the bag, but I got a Pouchette Metis, which was something that was on my wish list for a while, so I had no need for the Jeunnefille anymore, and it went away. Next on the chopping block was the Palermo PM. Again, it was a bag I really liked, but it wasn't something that I was reaching for as much, and I can't remember what I bought that replaced it, but the Palermo had to go. I did keep the strap though. I sold it without the strap because I wanted the strap for myself. Next would be the Delightful PM. It was one of my first bags, and I really did like it. But again, I replaced it with an Artsy, which is something that I had my eye on more. And I couldn't be happier that I did, because I use the Artsy so much more than I ever use the Delightful. The Delightful just wasn't comfortable on my arm. It always slipped and fell off. And I just never used it. But I don't have that issue with the Artsy. And I know that some people complain about that with the Artsy, not liking the handle. But I really love mine. Next on the list would be the one I sold most recently, which was a Noe GM. And this was a hard one for me to sell because I really liked that bag. I did some minor cleaning and restoration of it to get it nice and pretty, and I really loved it. But I'm just a tote person, and if I'm going to carry a bag, as you're going to see, I have lots of oversized totes. I just wasn't using the Noe. I didn't like how the bottom of it was all leather. It made me very self-conscious to use it because I didn't want to get it dirty. At one point when my youngest son was smaller, I kind of hung it on top of my stroller as I was doing something with him, and it fell and it got scratched, and then after that I just really didn't use it. Plus, to get in and out of it, you'd have to open and close it. And it was just one of those things where I'd reach for it, then I'd be like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that, and I would go for something else. So that was a really, really hard one for me, but it helped finance my Keepall that I just received, so I'm okay with it. Another one that I sold was the Bedford bag. It was the vernis bag that looks like a papillon, but the vernis style is called a Bedford, and it was a really, really mint sort of color. And again, it was mostly hand carry, and I just don't use that, so I sold it to finance something else. And then last that was featured in a video that I have sold is the Deauville. And again, I know it was more of a travel bag, but I was going to use it sort of as an everyday bag, almost like an Alma type thing. And I just don't like hand carry bags. I only have one that's left, and that's just because it is a classic, beautiful bag. And after this video, since I'm not going to be going much of anywhere with this shutdown that we're on, I'm going to change into it just so I feel like I'm actually using it. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I have right now. I'll try to keep it quick and easy. I think all of these things have been in a video at some point, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. So I'm going to start with accessories. And this I picked up last year, probably just about a year ago. And it is a pochette accessoire, a mini pochette accessoire in Damier Azur. And I got this on Fashion File. I had a coupon code, I guess, for clearance items. And I keep this in my purses at all times as like a little catch-all. I was hoping that I'd be able to use it like as a little evening bag, but our modern cell phones do not fit in here, so I can't do that. So right now it is a catch-all for like all of my lady products that I can just sort of pick up and put back to bag, and it's super useful. This does show a little bit of wear when I bought it. Just from use, some of the blue is kind of rubbing off, but it's still a quality piece, and like I said, I use it all the time. The next item I bought actually when I bought this one, and I'm going to change into it today, but it is a Zippy coin purse in the white multicolor. And I bought this at the same time on sale at Fashion File. It's got the really cool pink interior. So since it is almost spring, it's felt like spring since pretty much winter began, I'm going to go into it. This one does have some minor rubbing. I could probably clean it a little bit. It looks a little funky, but it was a great price from Fashion File. Continuing on with the whites, this was something I bought on Poshmark about maybe 3 years ago now, and it is a clay. It is my only clay. I would love to get a monogram clay, but they're just super expensive, and I feel like if I'm going to spend that much money on something, I'd rather spend a little bit more and get a bag or something. But this one, you can see it does have some just loss of the print. It is a little dirty. I'm gonna have to wipe it down. But the patina on it is pretty nice. It's like I said, I could use a cleaning. This, when I got it, I cleaned it. The zipper was very dirty, and I accidentally damaged some of this lining. So I just have to be really careful with it. I generally, for a while there, I was using it all the time, and I don't anymore. I just will use this when I want to go out somewhere and I just want to have like my wallet and my ID. Nice little baby. You can see it is the threads coming out there, but I try to be careful to baby all my stuff. This next item is the wallet I'm currently using, and I wonder if I should take it to Louis Vuitton. Let me know what you think. It is a jean wallet, and I just feel like the canvas on this has gotten really dry, and it's done that too, and I don't even use this pocket for anything, so I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. If you have any ideas of how to moisturize the canvas, let me know. There it is. It had it hot stamped with a heart. I really like the jean wallet because it has this little compartment I can just pull out if I want it to go compact and just have my ID and my debit card. And it has this little compartment that could come out. You could put something else in this little pocket. You could put something in this pouch. Right now I think I just have gift card and something random. I used to carry a lot more in my wallet. I don't anymore. I usually use a Neverfull pouch for my random like store cards and gift cards and stuff like that, which I'll show you when I get to it. But yeah, I feel like it's drying out. It just feels a little stiff and misshapen, so I don't know if that's normal. I did buy this one new at the store probably 3 or 4 years ago, so it's not new, but I just feel like, I don't know, see that? It's got a ridge. I don't know, let me know what you think. Okay, so moving on. I liked Louis Vuitton for about 10 years before I actually bought anything, and I would follow the purse blog and purse groups on LiveJournal, believe it or not, the original social media. So this item I had looked at for so long, and when it popped up on Fashion File a couple years ago, I had to have it before it disappeared. And it is a Cerise Pouchette Accessoire. I have used this again, like sort of as a catch-all in my bags, which I stopped doing just because my cherries are in good shape and I don't want anything to happen to them. I don't want them to peel off. So I usually just use it for when I want to go out somewhere and not have a full bag. Use it as a clutch, or I attach straps on here. So you can see there's no strap on here right now. This is the strap it came with, which was pretty beat up, which is why we got a good price on it. And these Pouchette Accessoire straps are ridiculously expensive. I would never. So here's the original strap that goes like that. And as I mentioned when I said I sold my Palermo, I kept the strap. Again, straps are super expensive. When I sold the Palermo, yes, I lost probably around $100 of what I probably would have gotten if I sold it with the strap. But these straps are worth more than $100. So I just decided to keep it. So I do like to put it on this bag. And then I can't quite be crossbody with this, but it can go about belly button length, which is more comfortable. So that is why I kept this. And again, if I had to, I probably could sell it. But the Palermo itself that I used, I don't think that person really ever used this strap because this strap did not match the leather on the handles. You could tell that the patina just didn't add up. And if you want to know the difference between old patina and new patina, well, check that out. Alright, so put this in here so it doesn't get lost. Moving on. So probably one of my least used bags. This is something my husband surprised me with, and I love it, but it's not something I use all the time just because of my lifestyle and the kind of work I do and the kind of bags I carry every day. But here's another one that I liked before I ever owned anything, and it is a Montsouris PM, I believe. And he bought this on, I think it was Snob Swap, which is now free. And it is not in terrible shape. Yes, it has watermarks. Anything that is older, that has been used at all has watermarks. But I cleaned it and I moisturized it, and it's just healthy aged leather. The reason I don't really use that much is I don't have opportunity to use a backpack that much. The last time I used it was around Christmas time. My husband and I went to New York, and it was great to carry around. The one thing I think that keeps me going back to Louis Vuitton is just the quality of their products and the lightweightness. Like, this feels like absolutely nothing as you're carrying it, and it can be pretty full. So I don't use it that much. Again, kind of like for an outing where you want to be hands-free. And that's why this baby's mine. I'm not getting rid of it. Okay, I'm trying to go by size. So next is one of my most favorites, and I haven't used it in a little while. I haven't used it through the winter months. I'll probably pick it up and start using it again for the spring. And it is the famous Pouchette Metis. I have the strap sort of inside right now. I actually like using the Palermo strap on this also. Again, it hits me kind of like at belly button level, and it gives it a different look. But obviously, you know, it's great to go crossbody with this and be handspray, and it just looks so nice and classy, and no matter what you're wearing, it just makes you look put together, and I love it. Recommend it 100% as long as you get one that doesn't have all those funky defects. Okay, so next is probably, again, up there on the least used because it is a hand carry, but it is one of the few things I've bought brand new, and it just has sentimental value to it. It is my Speedy 30 in monogram. And this is the newer model. I bought it right after they came out at the very end of 2015. This is my monogrammed luggage tag. I kept this from the Deauville. And again, I probably lost maybe about $70 or $80 off of what I could have gotten for my Deauville, but it costs that much for one of these luggage tags, and they're almost impossible to find. So I got my initials on there, and I think I'm going to change into this bag after this video. I'm not going too many places, so why not? You can see, even though this bag is a little over 4 years old, it has almost no patina on it all because I just don't carry it that much. Mostly because I love it, and I do not want anything to happen to it. I would legitimately cry, I think. Okay, so that is my Speedy. Now we're getting into the bigger bags. So I will go to my Artsy, which is what I'm using right now until I switch to my Speedy probably right after this video. I got this about a year ago. My husband got it for me from Lepre, I think. Either Lepre or, no, this one was from Yogi's. No, this one was from Lepre, I think. I don't know. We both get the coupons and the deals, so sometimes he'll be nice and surprise me with something, as long as I am willing to sell off some other things. Of course, it's always trade-off. So this one's from 2011. It's got really nice patina. I think I have to clean it. I've been using it the past several weeks, and the one thing I like about buying used bags especially is that since this already has a nice patina, I don't have to worry like I do with this bag and saying, oh no, I'm gonna go out somewhere and it might rain and I'm gonna get a water spot and then I'm gonna be staring at this water spot, this stain forever. No, it's already, somebody has already broken it in, and that might be part of the reason why, to me, this is so comfortable. I never have issues with it falling off my arm, like I did with the Delightful, and I don't know, it's just, for me, it fits me better. And I just love the sides of it. It's just really, really unique. I've got this suede doohickey on there. And I don't know, I just like it. I did notice after I purchased this that there are some surface cracks along the edge, so I do try to be careful. That's one of the reasons why after a couple weeks of using it, I'm gonna swap it out for something else. But really, really pretty. I'm not into their new design of the Artsies with the leather trim on the top. There's something about it that to me just looks a little bit odd. I don't know. All right, moving on. This one is probably my most used bag, and it was one of the few I bought brand new, and it is my Neverfull MM and Damier ebene. The corners I am rubbing off. you can see there. Just because I'm not as careful with this one. All weather leather, I can use it anytime. This is my second one. The original one I bought in the summer of 2014. It was having some cracking in the leather, so this is the second one that I got, and I love it. I was using this the majority of the winter, honestly. And then of course, right now I'm using it inside my purse as a catch-all, is the pouch. I can never understand why people sell their pouches. They say they're not useful. I find them totally useful. I've used this as a clutch so many times, and I actually had to get it re-glazed because it was peeling, and Vuitton did that for me for free. So I just love this one. That's my go-to. All right, next. This is almost the season for it. This is my Jungle Neo, I think is the name of it. Neverfull. I've heard it called Sugar Pat also, I think. I love the colors on it. It's so vibrant. And the shadow on here is so soft. It's so much different than any of my other bags. So when people say that they find Neverfull straps to be uncomfortable, I just don't get that, because that is not at all my experience. I love this bag. I get tons of compliments on it because, you know, it's got the functionality of a regular Neverfull, but you just have these bright colors and this really, really cool pattern that I love. And I found this guy at DSW for $3. And I know it's not leather and it's not Louis Vuitton, but it matched perfectly. And I just think it looks so cute and it goes awesome with the like jungle vibe. So there's that. Okay, another one that doesn't get used so much because it has so much sentimental value, and it is the most expensive one that I have. So my husband and I bought this after a trip to New York for our 10th anniversary 2 years ago. It is the 2018 Trunks Neverfull in the Damier Azur. And I know a lot of people on YouTube, Instagram, they didn't have a lot of nice things to say about this bag. They said it looked cartoonish, and it definitely does, but I loved the vibrant colors of it. I liked it a lot more than the other Neverfulls that were out at the time. And so, yeah, this is my least used one, just because of the colors and how expensive it was, and how sentimental it is to me that I don't want anything to happen to it. So I am very careful with this one. And then it has the matching pouch, which I'll probably change into since it is spring. I'm just going all spring. And I've used this one, again, weddings, special stuff, when I don't want to carry a bag, and it looks like a trunk. It's so cute. Okay, so I bought this bag at the end of the summer, beginning of the fall, and it was something that I had looked at this particular style for a while, but not this bag, and it popped up on L'Prix with a coupon for a really, really good price, and it is the Tahittiene Cabas Tote. So it is enormous. You can cinch in the middle, which is how I tend to carry it. So we all know that Tahittiene Neverfull, this was the Tahittiene print before those Tahittiene Neverfulls came out. And it gets a lot of attention. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. It's great because it, you know, does not have the shadow on it. I will say you got to be careful because I cleaned it, but I did get some color transfer on the back. There was a day that I forgot I was wearing darkish jeans and it rubbed. So thankfully I had some Coach canvas cleaner in my house and I washed it and it took it out. I don't think you'll be able to see it. There is a little faint blue still, but not as bad as it was. The only thing I did notice with this bag is that as I used it, some of the leather seems to have I don't want to say rubbed off, but the color does kind of look like it's coming off. So I'm sure this bag is, I think, from 2012-ish, so there's nothing they can do about it. It's just something that I have to keep in mind and just try to rotate it out. But really like this one. Last year I brought it with me on vacation, and it was great just to throw everything in as I was going from place to place. And finally, the item that I got today that I've been wanting for so long is the Keepall 60. I don't know, how'd I get tape on it? I don't know where that came from. So I've been wanting a Keepall for as long as I can remember. It's so lightweight. I mean, I haven't stuffed it with items yet to see how it would actually be if I was going on a trip. But I am very, very excited about it. It's something I've wanted for a long time, and I saved up my Posh earnings for the last couple months, and it is mine. So there you go. That's it. Thank you so much if you continue to watch this video. If you have any questions, just let me know, and stay safe out there. Thanks. Bye.